This is the cheapest movie ever filmed. And this, the highest budget movie in film history, costing over $500 million to make. But your movie theater experience starts at $6,000. So grab your popcorn and drinks because this video is going to be good. Following is the cheapest film ever released. In 1998, Christopher Nolan, yes, the guy who made Interstellar, Inception, Dark Knight, and many other famous series, made this movie. And he was so broke that he edited, filmed, and directed the movie all by himself, as well as used his own real clothes in the film. Our next movie is Primer, which cost an estimated $7,000 to make. For those of you who haven't seen this movie, this was genuinely one of the most confusing movies I've ever seen. Like, after watching this, I was so confused that I went to watch a YouTube explanation of it, and even after watching that, I still couldn't understand a dang thing about this movie. Fun fact about this film, all the scenes in the garages were actually filmed at a real place that the director lived in. Not gonna lie, pretty impressive for a movie that's less than 10 grand. The next movie costs $400,000 to make, which might seem like a lot, but compared to the other movies on this list, this is nothing. Napoleon Dynamite was a hit, grossing in over $46 million in revenue after its release. Funnily enough, when this movie was being filmed, the producers relied on the hospitality of locals in Idaho to film this. The actors were paid very little, but then they got bonuses after the movie was a hit. If you haven't seen this movie yet, definitely give it a watch. It was super hilarious. And also, if you didn't know, the guy who directed this movie, Jared Hess, was the same guy who made the Minecraft movie. Fourth on the list is Rocky, which had a budget of $1 million. Now we are starting to get into movies that actually have good sets and cameras. This movie was filmed with the Panavision Panaflex cameras, which cost about $7,000 a week. That's one movie of Primer each week just to film this movie. Although this movie is at the bottom of the line, they still had no real sets to film this movie in. Even though the movie had these limitations, it still ended up being a massive hit, as definitely an iconic movie in film history. It ended up grossing over $225 million after its release, which I guess is a huge profit margin. Now we are getting into some of the really big movies. $100 million was the budget of Jurassic Park. We all know and love Jurassic Park, as it was a cultural icon. It was a giant leap in movie CGI capabilities, being one of the first movies to ever use modern-like CGI models. Not without trial and error though. It was so complicated to do that they almost used stop motion for the dinosaurs, but thank God they didn't. Now they have made one of the most culturally impactful movies in pop culture. This also later sparked into making a sequel as well as a whole sequel series, Jurassic World. What if I told you I spent not 100 million, not 200 million, not 400 million, but $500 million just to make a movie? Well, that's exactly what J.J. Abrams did when he made The Force Awakens, the 7th Star Wars episode. I guess that's what happens when you combine Disney money with the top actors like Harrison Ford. It would be so much fun to be the director of this movie. You could literally just do whatever you want. Bro literally spent $1 million just on the cameras. He also spent another grand total of $26 million on real-life Millennium Falcon sets. And they got their shots taken all over the world. They literally flew all the way to Abu Dhabi, Iceland, and then Ireland. Might as well just take a whole vacation while you're at it. This is the most expensive film ever made in Hollywood history, but overall, in my opinion, the movie was mid.